Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, one of my current streams of income is teaching in University of Melbourne. This video is going to be me showing you what life as a university teaching associate looks like. I'll be showing you the different tasks involved in this job. Towards the end of the video, I'll talk about how we get paid and how much we get paid. On the day I teach classes, I wake up at around 8 a.m. after about 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Here's my morning routine. First thing I do in the morning is to boil hot water because I have to drink warm water. Yes, I'm Asian like that. And then I make my morning beverages. I made myself quit coffee this year, so I've replaced coffee with adaptogens. Those of you who don't know what adaptogens are, they're basically herbal blends, and some of those herbs actually help with energy production, mental focus, and all that. Lately, I've been drinking this brand Apothecary. I'll do a review on them once I'm done with these bottles. On the morning when there's a lot to do, I don't usually cook a big breakfast for myself because I'm not in the mood to. So I just go with whatever is the easiest and fastest to make. Sweet potato chips, my holy grail. They're so easy to make, they're nutritious, and they're filling. Because of COVID, this whole year the university has been conducting online classes. So I'll be hosting my classes via Zoom. The subject I teach is called digital marketing. So here's what a Melbourne Uni Zoom tutorial looks like. But it's always more expensive and more risky to start a brand from scratch. So it will be a win-win solution for brands and influencers to work together and co-launch a product or even a product line, because for brands, they're always seeking ways to expand their revenue streams, so they could essentially work as a supplier. And then for influencers, they could work with an already established brand, so then there's reassurance on the quality of the product. So the classes I teach are called tutorials. They're supposed to complement lectures taught by the professor and allow students to engage in some practical exercises to apply the theories and concepts they've learned from lectures. What us teaching associates, aka university tutors, do include giving instructions of these exercises in tutorials, leading discussions, supervising students' activities, answering any questions they may have, and sometimes providing extra insights based on our real-life work experiences.
Hi, Erica.
Hi. Sorry to make you guys work with different people this tutorial.
That's all good. It's fine. We're enjoying it.
I think they would be more than open to sell products, So you could probably negotiate for no upfront cost, but like equity arrangement. Zoom has this breakout room feature that allows me to put students into separate groups for their group activities. So what I do in a nutshell is I revise the lecture content a little bit at the start of the class, and I provide the instructions on the tutorial activity of the day, put the students into their breakout rooms, and then I go into each breakout room to check on them. Then everyone meets back in the main room to share each group's discussion results. I remember feeling pretty nervous about using Zoom to teach these classes because these classes, the class size is quite huge. 25 people in each class. I feel like a lot could go wrong. But now I actually love this arrangement because I don't have to travel to the campus or run from one classroom to another. Also, I don't have to spend as much time thinking about what to wear. Most days, I just pull on the top and stay in pajamas at the bottom because only my face and shoulders are showing in the video. If I get really lazy, I don't even bother with makeup. I probably just don't even turn on the video when I host the classes, but that rarely happens because I try to make the classes as engaging as possible, and I think showing my face is kind of important for that. The university schedules my teaching timetable, so I usually have 3 classes to teach in a day. Each class goes for 1 hour. These classes are usually back-to-back, so I would have to make sure that I have water and snacks near me so I can stay hydrated and energized. There's this pretty cool platform called Kahoot, which is a game tool we use to do lecture revision in a fun and engaging way. Nighttime is usually when I watch things, whether it be Netflix shows or lectures. So to prepare for each week's classes, we need to watch the lectures and familiarize ourselves with the content taught to the students.
So that's it, like a good size lecture class.
I usually watch lectures at 1.5 times speed. or ×2 if I'm feeling extra sharp, which I'm sure a lot of students do the same. Nighttime is also when I check my uni staff emails. I get an overwhelming amount of emails when it's close to an assignment deadline or around the exam period. This semester, one of the assignments was a group assignment, and there were some students complaining about their group members not contributing to the group report and demanded some penalization towards the offending student. These sort of issues can get pretty dramatic at times, but I perfectly understand where the complaining students are coming from, because I remember when I was studying, I came across some lazy and unreliable group members, and I had to take over and carry their workload, the all-nighters that I had to pull. Now I wonder why I didn't complain. I was probably too soft and too much of a people pleaser. So we call the exam period swap back in Melbourne here. There is this 1 week we dedicate our time to stand by and provide consultations to students for exam preparation. Students can book a consultation session with me and just ask me as many questions as possible. So that was the actual teaching component of the job. Other billable elements of the job include marking assignments and exam papers, as well as staff meetings. Everything is done online this year, including exams, so our exam marking is also done online. But before COVID happened, exams were offline, and we had to go into the office to mark the exam papers. We were not allowed to bring any of these papers home. The marking had to be strictly conducted in the building to prevent from bribery and cheating. Even though I love staying home, I gotta say it was nice to be able to use the office space, especially when the building was empty. The rooms are so spacious and there was unlimited access to stationaries. Alright, so in terms of staff meetings, the lecturer and us meet to gain a consensus on how to mark the assessments. We talk about what we expect from students and what we would reward and deduct marks for.
Give you the slides from the lectures that are relevant to each question.
What if the students mentioned that clothing is sort of like a low involvement product type? They simply need to rely on the visual sensory cue.
So that was basically everything this teaching gig entails. Let's talk a little bit about the money. I'm not a full-time staff, so I don't get paid a full-time annual salary. The way we get paid is that we claim the hours of work by lodging time cards, and they get approved, and then we get paid. The rates are $150 per hour for the first tutorial of the week for one subject, $100 an hour for repeated tutorials of the week for that same subject, $50 an hour for any marking and academic support activities, including staff meetings. So if you're a teaching associate that teaches multiple subjects and you have quite many classes, you could easily make $90K to over $100K a year. This year, because the economy is bad, the university had to cut expenses. Otherwise, usually they even provide teaching workshops for teaching staff to attend, and you can claim those hours too. Overall, I think teaching in a university can be a great side stream of income, especially in Australia. Also, the job can be quite fun. I enjoy teaching, especially teaching intelligent students. It can be intellectually stimulating and you learn a lot on the job. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll be sharing my other exciting hustles. Don't forget to like and subscribe.